Welcome to the World History Mega Quiz by Quizopedia. Get ready to time travel across 50 thrilling questions, from ancient civilizations to the modern era. Question 1. Which Mesopotamian king is credited with one of the earliest legal codes in history? Question 2. Who led the Greek forces in the Battle of Marathon against the Persians in 490 BCE? Question 3. Which Chinese dynasty is known for establishing the Silk Road and embracing Confucianism? Question 4. Who was the ruler of the Mali Empire during its golden age in the 14th century? Question 5. The Treaty of Westphalia, signed in 1648, ended which war? Question 6. Which Mughal emperor built the Red Fort in Delhi? Question 7. What was the name of the ship that carried the Pilgrims to North America in 1620? Question 8. Who was the first Holy Roman Emperor crowned by the Pope in 800 CE? Question 9. Which revolution is associated with the slogan Liberty, Equality, Fraternity? Question 10. In which year did the Berlin Wall fall, marking a symbolic end to the Cold War? Question 11. Which empire was ruled by Genghis Khan in the early 13th century? Question 12. The Rosetta Stone was crucial in deciphering which ancient script? Question 13. Which British monarch had the longest reign before Queen Elizabeth II? Question 14. The city of Constantinople was renamed to Istanbul in which year? Question 15. The Domesday Book is associated with which English king? Question 16. The Meiji Restoration marked the modernization of which country? Question 17. The Magna Carta was signed in England. In which year? Question 18. Who was the famous Carthaginian general who crossed the Alps to attack Rome? Question 19. The Industrial Revolution began in which country? Question 20. Which event is often considered the spark that started World War I? Question 21. Which ancient civilization developed the first known code of laws? The Code of Hammurabi. Question 22. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during the Cuban Missile Crisis? Question 23. Which battle in 1066 changed the course of English history? Question 24. The Great Schism in 1054 led to the separation of which two major branches of Christianity? Question 25. Which empire built the famous Machu Picchu complex in Peru? Question 26. Which 20th century conflict was known as the Forgotten War? Question 27. Who was the longest reigning emperor of China's Tang Dynasty? Question 28. The Treaty of Versailles officially ended which war? Question 29. Which medieval king signed the Concordat of Worms with the Pope in 1022? Question 30. Who was the founder of the Achaemenid Persian Empire? Question 31. Which event is considered the spark that started World War I? Question 32. What was the primary goal of the Marshall Plan after World War II? Question 33. Who was the famous female ruler of ancient Egypt known for her diplomatic and naval prowess? Question 34. Which European power colonized the Congo Free State under King Leopold II? Question 35. What year did the Berlin Wall fall, symbolizing the end of the Cold War? Question 36. Which explorer led the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe? Question 37. Which Indian emperor embraced Buddhism after the Kalinga War? Question 38. What was the major consequence of the 1494 Treaty of Tordesillas? Question 39. Which country experienced a major revolution in 1917, leading to the rise of communism? Question 40. Who was the famous Carthaginian general during the Second Punic War? Question 41. Which empire was ruled by Genghis Khan and later expanded by his descendants? Question 42. Which famous Chinese dynasty built most of the Great Wall? Question 43. Which European event in the 16th century led to the formation of Protestant churches? Question 44. Which early Mesopotamian ruler created one of the first known law codes? Question 45. What movement in the 18th century emphasized reason, science, and individual rights? Question 46. Who was the longest reigning monarch in French history, known as the Sun King? Question 47. Which African empire was known for its wealth and Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca? Question 48. What major global conflict occurred between 1939 and 1945? Question 49. Which treaty ended World War I and imposed harsh penalties on Germany? Question 50. Which U.S. civil rights leader delivered the "I Have a Dream" speech in 1963? Congratulations! You've completed the full 50-question World History Challenge. Share your score in the comments and subscribe for more global quizzes from Quizopedia.